Hi Aries, welcome to your May bi-weekly tarot reading. So this is for the 1st through the 15th of May 2020. And it is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. I really hope everyone's doing okay. Things are still pretty crazy, depending on where you are in the world. So I'm hoping this finds you well. This is going to be fairly brief, just a 6-card reading today, just to get you through the first couple of weeks of May. And then, of course, you'll have an extended monthly forecast for the month for your sign just after this one. So give me about a week to get those out for you. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, first 2 weeks of May 2020. All right, so we have some decent energy coming out. There could be a short trip here or a short trip in the mind or of your way of thinking where you can come to some sort of peace around something. We'll see if it shows up in your reading. How is everyone doing? This has been a pretty wild couple of months. All right, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, May 1st through the 15th. 2020 messages for Aries. Here we go, guys. So like I said, 6-card reading for the first 2 weeks of the month, and I will get an oracle card for you just to polish off your reading today. So we do have some swords energy here. As you can see, we have a page and the 7 of swords. Wouldn't you know, there's the 6 of swords as your advice. So it's funny that jumped out because, and it's in the advice position, just because, as you know, this in the advice position, this is really telling you this is the way to handle a difficult or a troubling situation that you could be encountering for the first 2 weeks of May. It looks like something, and you can see this here very clearly, right, in this triangular sort of formation here. We have the 7, the page, and the 6 of swords. So these are really tricky energies. I just want to tell you straight up, Aries, you're being tricked. You're tricking yourself. You're taking a gamble. You're not getting all the facts. You need more facts. There is a spy involved. It's either you or someone else. It could be for the greater good. Spies can create positive outcomes. Depends on how it's used. Bottom of the deck energy is the 6 of Cups. You're really... You know, I'm going to go out on a limb right now, Aries, and just suggest that you could be hurting and longing for the days of yore. Because nothing is really that normal anymore. And I really feel strongly that this could be coming up for the majority of these short readings for all signs, to be honest with you. Yeah, you are feeling this. Bottom of the deck energy is what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on behind all of these energies here that we see in the cards. It is the first of 2 6s, so there could be a matter of balancing that we need to partake in, or that's calling your name right now, a sense of balance. But, you know, your inner heart, your inner child, friendships, longing for people that you're not in touch with anymore, or just the past in general could be a major theme for you here. Let me situate this so you can see him, or it, I should say, in the background. Hopefully you can see that there. So, yeah, you know, and my heart goes out to everyone who is struggling right now, because I'll be honest with everybody, I've been putting this off for a little while because my schedule's out of whack, and it's just really hard. It's been hard. So let's just keep going. 3 of Wands in the situation for you, okay? So you want to make a new direction. You're ready for a new direction. Your spirit is being guided in a good, decent, wise direction where you're expecting incoming news. You're expecting something to come to you for your efforts. What's interesting, however, is the card of the spy as the reason for that. And you'll notice that the woman in the boat in the artwork in the 3 is looking right at this. So you're looking for information. My suggestion here, Aries, is that you could be looking at perhaps too much of a needle point as opposed to the eagle eye view. And this is where there could be some trickery. I want you to see here as well that you know, you're kind of surrounded, if you think about it, you're surrounded by, you know, this gambling, what can I get away with energy down here with the Seven of Swords. The swords, by the way, is all about thinking, talking, communicating, believing. It's the world of thoughts. It's the world of generating a thought or an opinion or even a belief system, but it does involve information and communication as well. So this is very tricky down here. In its highest, I would say its highest attributes, the Seven of Swords can be, you know, taking a gamble in a direction that you speak to bravely or that you speak to confidently, going out in your own direction on your own path here could be the highest vibration behind the Seven of Swords. However, it is technically considered quite a bit of a trickster or gambler card. And then you know, and this is a direction. This is you want to move in this direction. Or this could be influencing the direction you're moving in. And then with the Page of Swords, in terms of the reason for you moving in this direction, I would suggest here that you widen your scope of information. Perhaps looking at differing views, perhaps looking at either more information is needed or their sources need to be expanded. All right, so the past is the Two of Pentacles, and this is juggling something in the natural world. Okay, so this is I consider all pentacle energy to be a noun, a person, place, or thing, something you can touch, taste, feel, anything with the five senses, okay, including money, including finance, jobs, relationships, whatever it is. But in your recent past, we have a juggling situation here. So this is where, again, we're looking at an issue of balance, both of the mind and of the heart. You know, perhaps reconsider a direction that you're headed in right now. You do have some really nice, you know, manifestation energy in terms of, you know, birthing something coming to fruition here. This could be of the natural world as well, but it does sit right under the Page of Air, which is technically a spy or needing more information. Pages do, you know, all but the swords, they do tend to give a little bit of vibrance, a little bit of hope. There could be a young person involved here as well, a young air sign person involved here. But, you know, all air or swords energy is somewhat difficult anyway. So there is a little bit of difficulty behind that, even though it's normally going to bring some hope. And it could very well bring hope. I do think that the objective here is to get more information. So I would say maybe, you know, in terms of your recent past, again, we're looking at a 2. We're very low on the totem. I would try to play with more sources. Instead of that needlepoint view, look at perhaps the eagle eye view. So here's where we're looking at our tricky situation. Here is our trickster, our Seven of Swords, right? And this is the present. This is what's going on now. This is the direction you're heading in. Be careful here. I guess the only caveat would be to be careful that you're not fooling yourself or someone else, or that you're not letting, or that you're, if this is about heading in this direction where you're only looking at maybe 2 sources, for example, or 2 people or 2 things, and you are needing or requiring more information or evidence, you know, again, unless you are the person who's doing the investigating, I would suggest that there could be something missing here, and there could be, you could be maybe spending some time perhaps going in a direction that is designed to confuse, or to elicit a very sort of tricky response where something might not feel very solid about it. Here's where we're looking at some nice positive, like I said, some generous manifesting energy here in the future. It does sit under this page, this somewhat difficult or shady page, or, you know, shady just in terms of viewpoint, right? Or information, or say spy, or something having to do with communication and information here. You can almost see, like, even in the artwork as well, like this person is not really feeling themselves, like they're kind of overwhelmed, right? It feels like it could feel or seem like too much, and it could be new as well. So with the Empress sitting underneath it, this could take off, this misinformation or this one-sided or just, you know, small sort of needlepoint information or source could take off and could really fill everything for you or fulfill something for you. But, you know, the Empress in and of herself is Venusian energy. This is, you know, Taurus energy. This is very slow-moving energy. This is something that has to do with nurturing, has to do with slowing down. A lot of nature is involved in this card, and it's also mothers and nurturing. This is often depicted as a pregnant woman, so a lot could be generated at this time if you allow yourself perhaps to look at differing information. Again, I would be very... I think right now, if you're critical of anything, I would be critical of your sources. Okay, and then your outcome or your advice card, of course, is that Six of Swords, which is super cool to see that both at the beginning of the reading jump out for you, and of course here at the end as the advice. And, you know, that is a calming of the mind, feeling more calm, feeling more at peace, putting yourself at peace. And ultimately, it's a balance, right? So, you know, give yourself some credit by looking at some differing sources, maybe things that move away from your own opinion or your own something outside of the direction that you're moving in, because it could cause some trickery here. So we do have Builder, and then we have Weasel. Forgive me, guys, I'm going to grab my book because I'm half brain dead of late, so bear with me. I know that Beaver is Builder. Let me just... Weasel, what are you? I can't even make a guess. Isn't that something? Stealth. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, okay. I want to mention as well that a really nice term for the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords would be stealthy, more so here with the Page of Swords. There is a stealth. There's something that could be shadowed, hidden, undercover, definitely here. And it could be brought to light here for you as well. This could be generous information that helps put your mind at ease as well. So stealth, and then Builder. Very much associated here with the Empress in terms of, you know, giving birth to something. An actual birth of a child could be born. This could have to do with a child of yours or someone close to you that is, say, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I want to mention that as well. So Aries, I hope that was helpful. I hope connecting with you is helping you at this time. Comment below if you like the reading. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you watch your rising and moon sign readings, and take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.